Hey guys, welcome back to Ashmore Arboretum, and today on the homestead we are planting fruit trees. Stick around and I'll show you how we do this. Hey guys, welcome back to Ashmore Arboretum, and today on the homestead we're going to be planting some fruit trees in the orchard. Over the summer and fall we lost a few trees out here to predation, animal predation, and to just general mortality. So I had a shipment of trees come in, and I'm going to show you how we get these guys in the ground. The first thing you want to do when you get your box of trees is you do not want to let these trees sit in these boxes for very long. Go ahead and open your box up, remove your trees, and you see they come wrapped in plastic, and these are bare root varieties, meaning the rootstock doesn't have a ball of dirt surrounding it. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to get these guys in some water. So here I have a bucket filled with water, and I'm just going to set these guys in here. You want these guys to hydrate very well. We get 2 in this one and 2 in this one. You want to try to get all these roots down in there below the water. You want these guys to hydrate very, very well. Your next order of business is you're going to have to dig your holes. Now the way you want to space your trees, that's up to you. I have mine about 15 feet apart here in the orchard, and partly because that allows me to get in between here with 3 passes with my little tractor and get everything mowed down nice and neat and even. Now, as you can see on the video behind me, I still have some work to do out here in the orchard. This is a ever-evolving project for us here at the Ashmore Arboretum homestead, but we are making progress. So I have 4 different varieties of fruit trees here. These are all apples. I have a Triumph apple, I have a Sundance apple, a Pixie Crunch, and a Liberty. I chose all 4 of these varieties of apple trees because they are all disease and blight resistant. They're all cold hardy for our zone here in 6B. And the issues that we have oftentimes is with cedar apple rust. And even though I don't have very many cedar trees on the property, I have gotten rid of most of them. I see I missed one back there, but I've gotten rid of most of them. We still have a problem with cedar apple rust here in our zone. So I've decided to pick the tree varieties that have a high resistance to the blights and diseases, and that'll make it easier on us here at the Ashmore Arboretum homestead with our spraying regimens later on. Now the first thing you need to do once you get your trees soaking is you need to dig your hole. So here I'm just digging my hole. Unlike a potted plant, a potted tree, these holes don't have to be as big as those. You still want them at least 2 foot around, and you do not want to go any deeper than the graft union. And I'll show you that in just a moment. Okay, these trees have been soaking now for about 30 minutes. And I want to show you this. This right here is your bare rootstock. This is your graft union. You do not want to bury these any deeper than this right here, or your rootstock will start growing its parent tree. They'll start putting up shoots of this variety of tree instead of what this is. These are all grafted. Almost all your fruits now are grafted. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the ground. We'll get it covered up and we'll move on to the next one. These roots look really good. I don't see any that are damaged. If you find any that are really damaged, go ahead and trim them back with your pruners. I don't see any that are damaged. So I'm going to put these in the, I'm going to put these in the hole. I'm going to spread this out a little bit so these roots are going all different directions. And then we're going to start backfilling. We had some rain recently, so the soil's pretty moist. And like I said, I gave these guys a drink for about 30 minutes prior. But I'm still gonna give these guys a drink before I leave today. Any roots you want to get out of here. You don't want any other competing materials in here with your brand new trees. All that's going to do is take nutrients away. Now, I'm not going to fertilize these trees on their first year. I want them to grow. I want them to grow out from this area, and I want to stand up and make sure that I'm straight up and down. I'm just going to start backfilling. Now, about halfway backfilled, like we are right now, I'm going to hold this tree and I'm going to press this in. You do not want any air pockets around the roots of your tree. I'll go ahead and backfill some more. Today's a perfect day to do this. We have rain coming next week, and in the early stages of a fruit tree's life, they're pretty susceptible, so you need to keep them well watered. All right, now you notice that, move down so you can see, the graft union is not covered up. And I've left essentially a little bit of a well around this. This is to help collect rainwater. I'm going to come back out here with mulch. I'll mulch this in, but that well is going to get filled in with the mulch, and it's going to help collect and retain water. And that's what you want. Now, this is the Triumph apple. You want to take a look at your stem. I don't see any damage. It looks like they did a really good job at pruning this off. We have the next stem is going to come out right here, and this was branching off, and then this was branching off. So I think that'll work. I'm not going to mess with that one too much, but I am going to go ahead and get a tree tube ready. Okay folks, the last thing to do after we get the tree tube on is you want to go ahead and make up your tag. And this is a Triumph Apple, March 2nd of 23. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tag installed. That way we know what varieties we've got. And I like using these metal tags because these plastic tags, they fade after a while and you have a hard time reading them. So I ran into that last year, and thankfully I keep notes of what I plant and where I plant it. So I knew what I had planted with all the pear trees. I think we have 12 or 13 pear trees of 3 or 4 different varieties. I'll come back and I'll zip tie that to the stake, and that one will be done. But folks, it really is that simple to go ahead and plant your fruit trees, and now is the ideal time to get them in the ground. I don't like doing it in the summertime. You know, a lot of the big box stores, they have fruit trees for sale all the way until mid to late summer before they put them on discount. I like to get them in either in the early fall or early spring, and gives them the ample time to go ahead and get their root systems established, and they have a lot of growth they can put on this year before they go dormant in the fall. So if you learn something and you like this type of content, and if you like the orchard culture, the horticulture, the backyard gardening, and the forestry type stuff, please give my channel a like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 3 trees planted, and we'll be back later. Thanks for watching.